What I want to talk about today is how this one mentality, motto, whatever you want to call it, has really just changed the way I live my life. And I've been able to get some pretty cool opportunities because of it, like the one this video is about. But before I get into all that, I gotta get some lunch. There we go. All right, let's go talk about it. So I've been wanting to make a video about this idea for a while now, and I really haven't had a great story to tell to go along with this idea, really until now. Last fall, I took a class called Avant-Garde Art and Experimental Film, where it was just kind of studying and kind of practicing all these artists, filmmakers from just across the generations. And for our final, we had to create an art piece, a film or something that kind of encapsulated what we learned. I knew we were learning about surrealism, and I wanted to make a surrealist film like Shy Guy makes, if you know who that is. I'm sure a lot of people know who that is. But I want to make a surrealist film like Shy Guy makes. I was 100% on board to do it at the start of the semester. But as time went on, as the semester went on, I had good grades in the class, and I was like, you know, I could just do a basic art project, get a B and call it good. And kind of my passion for making this film started to fade until I asked myself, well, why not make the film? And so this is kind of what this idea is this idea of why not. And so I asked myself, why not make the film? And I was like, well, it's gonna be a lot of effort, and people might think it's weird, and people might think I'm weird for making it, and it might not turn out good. And you know, it might be a little embarrassing if it doesn't turn out good and people think it's weird. And I kind of laid those out on the table and was like, is this a valid reason not to do it? And no, they weren't valid reasons not to do it. So kind of buckled up and I did it. I made the film, and it was a lot of work. It was freezing cold while I was making it. It was late November, but it turned out really good. People thought it was cool. The class loved it. And so I'm really glad I made the film. And so when I showed the film in class, I thought, you know, that's that. I'm done with the class, got a good grade, everybody thought it was cool. But that was really just the beginning for that film. Remember that cool opportunity I mentioned earlier in the video? So, in Kansas City, the Crossroads Art District hosts a ton of artists and a ton of different art things every first Friday of every month. And my film got accepted into one of those galleries alongside 80 other pieces of art, sculptures, films from other students in the Kansas City area. And the cool thing is I am the only kid from my school who got accepted into this art gallery. And I'm actually going to drop off the film right now. And I brought 2 USB drives just in case one malfunctions. So let's go drop this off. Back. Dropped off the film. I guess I'm the only film in the art show too, so that's cool. I didn't know this place was so close to my church, but that's besides the point. Kind of what I wanted to talk about was the main idea of this idea of why not, and kind of my goal behind it. So kind of my thought process is, without risk, there's not a lot of reward. And I mean, you're not going to go to the casino with $10 and expect to make a life-changing amount of money. That's not a lot of risk. And so I firmly believe that we are not supposed to be sedentary, stagnant creatures, and we need to get out of our comfort zones sometimes, and I think we like to be comfortable. And so this idea of why not kind of helps us get out of our comfort zone in appropriate ways, because it helps you assess the risk. And if the risk is too much, it's probably not smart to do the thing. If it's putting your life on the line or something like that. That being said, I also advise to gamble responsibly. I've had to learn my lesson a time or two.
Making this video and submitting it to the gallery were both times where I had to risk just a little bit. And when I look back now and think about it, it really wasn't that big of a deal. But it felt like a big deal in the moment. And yeah, I had to risk kind of putting myself out there. Submitting to the gallery, I had to risk rejection. And I'm not a big fan of rejection. And so that's always something where it's like I kind of tend to guard myself from that and guard myself from rejection. I had to risk being vulnerable. I had to risk kind of putting myself out there, like I said. And people think it's a little weird.
Theo, what did you think of the film the first time you saw it? Did you think it was weird? What did you think?
I love
honest opinion. No, completely honest opinion. I don't care. If you thought it was weird, it's honest opinion.
the film that you made for Avant-Garde?
Yeah.
It was unique, one of a kind. I love my boy Luke Rule. Wasn't expecting that product coming out of Luke, but I loved it. It's a class film.
Appreciate that too.
After running all those things through my head, like I said, none of those reasons were valid, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. And I thought it was cool. I was passionate about it. So, in the end, that's all that matters, and everything else just isn't that deep.
So today's the day of the art gallery. Haven't done anything like this since kindergarten art shows, so we'll see how this goes, I guess. It'll be cool. W handwriting. One sec. Mine looks like the most popular because it's 2 minutes and everybody has to stand there and watch it. So. Feeling glazing.
That doesn't surprise me.
Alright, we'll let you guys check it out.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll. Yeah, good stuff, Luke.
That door must have been a pain to get all the way out there.
They have no idea.
I know the girl that painted that.
Really?
Yeah,
Who was the person you were talking to right when you came in?
the girl that painted that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She went to OCC?
No, I went to church with her. She went to LSBC. Finish this at 5:32 a.m.
No, I don't know what that.
Final, and they were like, yeah, they were already like, it's me. Yeah, and I was like, you get to see it again. Yeah, and then it turned out weird. I've been excited.
I was excited.
Yeah, I've like everyone who I see like.
Actually, whatever.
So as I was saying, with risk comes reward. And for me, the reward is this. The memories, the satisfaction to do something cool, the experience, that's all part of the reward for me. Every opportunity in my life has come from taking a chance. So why not take that chance? Thanks for watching, guys, and God bless. Before the video ends, I want to give a shout out to my brother Owen for helping produce the original film, which can be found on the same YouTube channel below this video, and for shooting the behind the scenes stuff at the art gallery. I really appreciate him doing that for me. And also, big thank you to everybody who came out and checked out the art gallery and the video in the art gallery. It's cool to see some of my friends there. I appreciate everybody coming out. So yeah, be on the lookout for more videos soon. I've got some cool stuff coming up, so I'm excited to share it.